Hey, how are you?
doing?
Good.
Nick Moll, EMC.
Lauren,
Lauren, nice to meet you.
It's very nice meeting you as well.
I'm just gonna put my stuff down real quick if you
Yeah,
don't
be
mind.
comfortable, please.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Oh, sorry.
Nick, what school are you from?
From State University, sorry about that. Yeah, I'd like to have you take my business card beforehand. Feel free to contact me at any time after the meeting. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. You're in the IT department, right? I was kind of expecting to see Bill today, I guess.
Yeah, sure am. I work with Bill. So
cool.
one of the three admins. Yep.
Awesome.
So
How did you get into the IT department here at Franklin Savings?
In-laws of one of the owners, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Oh,
So a little bit of a family connection.
You're
Yeah.
pretty close to them?
Yeah.
All right, well, I originally did speak with Bill, and he said 10 minutes would work well with him.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Does that still work for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. Let me just make sure I do that. Because of this, I have actually set an agenda for today's meeting.
Okay.
I'd like to just, I guess, take some notes if you don't mind.
Sure.
Ask a few questions, figure out a few things about, I guess, Franklin Savings IT department, and I'd like to bring forth a solution afterwards, and we can mutually decide the next best step from here.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Before we get going, though, would anyone else benefit from being here today?
To start, this is great. I know we want to take the initial meeting, a little bit of a favor to Ginny. We know EMC a little bit, so we're a little hesitant to get you guys in here. We know you guys is a pretty big company, but for moving forward, it's going to be Alex, my boss, that you really have to speak with moving forward. But for now, this is good as far as the first meeting goes.
The boss is Alex.
The boss.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
sounds
Alex.
good. I know for IT administrators, you guys are dealing with a bunch of different challenges nowadays, with obviously the increase of data and as well as dealing with a flat budget. How are you guys currently working around that here at Franklin Savings?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely things that we're feeling. Growth, a lot of growth. We actually just opened another branch, and we have plans to expand regionally. So we're experiencing a lot. We're expecting a lot. And budgets are always a concern. It's definitely front of mind for us. Initiative from the owners is we always cut costs where we can. So we're definitely feeling the same pressures. Trying to think of a plan moving forward. We don't really have a roadmap established.
Okay.
That's really what we're looking for. What's our plan moving forward? How are we going to be able to accommodate for the growth and also be cost effective? So.
Great. Okay. So cost. You just mentioned the new branch. What is the transition going to be like? I guess you could say for. Obviously you have your direct attached storage here at your first location. What are you going to have to do when you move to this next location, or what's the process going to be like, I guess you could say? Yeah,
it's a good question. Right now I think we're planning to do things as we've always done. So, buy servers as we need them to absorb that growth. That's a little bit about what we're going to do moving forward for now. We're probably going to absorb that into our current IT department and try to support that branch.
Okay.
But that's a part of the roadmap that we're looking for. I don't think it's going to be a long-term solution. So we need something that's going to be a little more scalable.
Okay.
And a little more efficient among the branches as we continue to open more too.
Great. I guess in regards to your budget, I know as an IT manager, I guess how much of your budget as an IT manager, how much of that goes into, I guess, just maintaining your systems in general? Can you just give me an estimate?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's tough for me. Like Alex would know a little bit more about the specific numbers, and obviously more so the owners as far as what the massive budget goes to IT.
All right.
But we do spend a lot on maintaining our systems. Granted, we have a little wiggle room. If we need to buy a new server for growth, we have to. We need somewhere to put the data. So we can do that. But a lot of it goes toward maintenance. That's where we spend a lot of our time as well.
Maintenance, and when you say maintenance, I guess what sort of maintenance issues do you guys experience?
Good question. It's two-prong. We do scheduled maintenance, so things that we need to do scheduled to keep things updated, to update software on the servers or applications, or even just the hardware components.
Okay.
We also have unplanned maintenance, so when things go down, it happens. Hardware fails. So that's also a concern. We need to make sure that we're taking care of things off hours. So we work a lot of overtime, work a lot of weekends to make sure that we're not affecting our customers too much.
Awesome, absolutely. I guess, I know I've been asking a bunch of questions here. I don't mean too pushy, so I'll just kind of wrap this up. What would you currently rate your IT systems right now?
Probably like a 6 or a 7. I mean, we're comfortable. We know how to do it.
Okay.
We know how to use our current stuff. But I know that I have a lot of questions moving forward as to what we need to do to make things better.
Great.
Anything can be better.
Great. And what would you say would like, make that closer to a 10, I guess? I mean,
I think that we need to be scalable. It needs to be cost efficient. We need to. It can't be complex. We don't have time to learn a complex new system. That's something that is kind of a common conception of ours about EMC. So that's a little bit of a concern. We know you guys to be a big company, and we're not really sure if you guys are going to have something that's going to meet our needs moving forward. But willing to kind of hear you guys out, I guess.
Okay. Well, from what I've heard today, I guess it seems to me like you guys are definitely in need of a long-term solution. To couple this, I guess you could say you're also dealing with you don't want to get into like a system that's too complex.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to show you our VNXE data storage solution. Before I get into that though, how familiar are you with EMC?
I'm pretty familiar with you guys. Our team's pretty familiar. We're all from the area, so I know EMC from from a long time ago.
Great.
That's kind of where I know you guys from. I know you guys to be a little bit of a bigger company that deals with more enterprise-sized companies. So we're just small.
Great.
So we, like I said, complex solutions. A large company, it's a little bit. We're on the fence a little about EMC.
I completely understandable. A lot of our clients are small businesses just like yourself, so we hear this all the time. I did want to explain to you today, though, our VNXE system. You said you're in need for a long-term solution, and I think that'd be a great fit for a long-term solution. And why I say this is because it actually allows you to centralize your IT systems instead of having to, I guess, open up a new department and add more servers to your new location. It stores so much data that it allows you to just keep that in your one location. You won't. And on top of this, I know you said cost is an issue for you as well. And what that allows you to do is, I guess, decrease the total cost of ownership of your other systems, because it's basically a server reducer, so you won't need as many servers. And obviously, the cooling and power that goes into each server, it's that in the long run, that's a lot of expenses right there, and it pretty much eliminates that. I know this might sound complex to you, but this is actually, I brought a visual in for you today. This is what their dashboard looks like, VNXE's dashboard. It's called the Unisphere, and it allows you to see your whole entire IT environment right here on one screen. This is just basically what it looks like. Mm-hmm. It's easy to find and fix problems, and this even looks a little bit complex, but it actually has training manuals built inside. I can assure you it's really not too difficult to use. I know we only have 10 minutes today, so I guess what makes you nervous and what's comforting about the product that I've brought forth today?
It sounds like it can offer us some of the things that we're looking for. Of course, the complexity of it, and just learning something new is always going to be. There's always going to be a learning curve there. But it's been very informative, and it's good to understand a little bit about what you have to offer. Alex would be the one to kind of take this to the next level. So as far as anything moving forward, he would have to take a look at it.
Okay. Well, I would just like to say, data is obviously increasing at a ridiculous rate. By 2020, it's projected to be, multiplied by 50. I feel like for the most part, businesses have to start looking into exploring other options so they can obviously maintain some of their costs and whatnot. So I think it'd be a good idea for me to at least maybe meet with you and Alex one more additional time, and I guess discuss more in depth. Like we didn't get to get into some of the stuff I'd like to today. Would you agree to that? Would you be able to do another meeting?
Yeah, you might have to reach out to Alex directly.
Okay.
I can let him know that we met
and
see if he's available.
Do you have his phone number by any chance, or do you think I could get it from?
Yeah, you could absolutely get it before you head out. So
great.
Get it too,
Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you so much for the meeting today.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
Appreciate your time.
Take care.
Thank you. Not bad.